This is goddamn. The Wi-Fi sucks dick around here. Oh, here we go with my microphone flying in front of my fucking face. Sorry if it's laggy. I don't really give a shit, bro. It's so bad. The internet here is fucking trash. I'm trying to, like, delete some stuff as well. Give me a second. Fuck, dude, this is insane. I'm deleting a bunch of stuff. Give me a minute. Bruh. Stop scrolling. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm done. Stop. The fuck, bro? Get the fuck out of there. Alright. My internet's fucking shit. Like, come on. Alright, let's get to these games. I have 2 games to talk about, and then I have to talk about the NFL, and then I'm packing up, and then I gotta leave tomorrow morning. Dude, this is so fucking bad. Alright. Well, it doesn't automatically put on the window capture I'm on, which is really frustrating, if I'm being real. There's 2 games. None of these games were good. These games were awful, but I figured I'd come on here and talk about something with you guys so it wasn't a complete waste of a day for NBA. Let's just get into Indiana versus Toronto, I guess. One of the teams should have won. One of the teams that should have won. One of the teams that shouldn't have won. So whatever. Raptors, Pacers. Obviously, Scotty Barnes has 25 points and 14 rebounds. They get a 18-point win over the Raptors. That is obviously great scoring and rebounding for Scotty Barnes. I don't really watch this game because I can't watch the Pacers. I watched a little bit of New York and Boston. I watched a little bit of Miami and Washington. But the other 2 I didn't really care for, which is crazy because those were the worst games. I'm not talking about my fucking Celtics, alright? I know I'm being picky, choosy, whatever. Obviously Grady Dick going to the rim, which is fun. What a name. Scotty Barnes going to the rim. Obviously, Johnny Furphy, prayers up. He did get hurt in this game. He's a young talent on this team. You never like to see a young talent go down with an injury. But let's peep it. I don't have my headphones on right now. I gotta do a bunch of recording and then we're out of this bitch. I gotta pack. I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna get up somewhat early tomorrow. I'll probably shower, get ready for the day, put stuff in my car, and if I have time, I'm probably just gonna get my homework done before I get out of here. So there's that.
Yeah. Check Allstate first. You can save hundreds.
Super Bowl stuff I don't really need to talk about here because I'm actually going to be making a short little video on the channel about that, and then we're going to get right back to Stranger Things. I grinded today though. We got this J. Cole video out, so all I got to worry about is the NFL stuff, and then we're going to get back to Stranger Things, and then I'm going to start watching a bunch of movies. Brandon Ingram, one bad foul.
They've won 6 of their last 9.
You gotta make sure he doesn't.
They've won 2 of the last 3.
Oh fuck! Tomato quickly, bang! No. I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's literally Super Bowl night. We saw an insane underdog story with Donald, and I'm fucking covering the NBA. Like what? There were 4 games, and they all ended at like 4:30 for a reason, so we can get to this. Is that TJ Leaf? Who the fuck is that? Who's that guy? J. Huff? Is that his name?
The night after Christmas against
Is this Micah Potter? Is that who that is? Oh wow.
What a play. Wow.
That's a travel. That was incredible. That was actually a really dope play.
I mean, Potter throws the ball, and you can see quickly gets his hands on it and throws it to the other end, and Barnes
I could go on a highlight reel at the end here. That was fun.
Points at halftime.
Good pass. That's a hell of a pass, dude. Solid basketball. Shout out to Darko.
And that will do it.
Trying to get his team to that contender level.
That's
really what you're trying to do over the last couple of games. I low-key think they might be there. I mean, games like this, you put them in the contender talk. Fuck it. I'm ready to talk about the Raptors this season. They've been putting in the fucking work, let me say. In the loss, obviously, Pascal Siakam put up 18. Wasn't the greatest interior guy, but a solid 3-point shooter for this team. 15 for J. Huff. I think he played really good. He shot 50-40. He was a really good rebounder. He played defense on all 3 levels of the floor. Using him on the perimeter, using him inside to protect the rim, all that good stuff. 10 points out of Andrew Nembhard. Not the greatest shooting, but he's also a really good defender. 13 off the bench for Jarris Walker. Certainly struggled inside, but 40% 3-point shooting. Really good rebounder. 10 points out of TJ McConnell. Made all 5 of his shots. Was a really good facilitator. You get 12 out of Ben Shepherd. Struggled inside, but was a solid 3-point shooter. Really good rebounder. Johnny Furphy obviously went out, but even when he was playing, I don't really think they utilized him to the best of their abilities. But they made the adjustments. I'll give them credit. We talked about Jarris Walker, T.J. McConnell, and Ben Shepard, but they have a solid bench. They even have Micah Potter and Cam Jones, which Micah Potter, very efficient on all three levels of the floor offensively, and he's a really good rebounder, and Cam Jones is also very efficient. So there you go. Raptors get the victory here. 13 points out of Brandon Ingram. Really good rebounding this game. 20 points for R.J. Barrett. He shot 40% from three. He was a really good rebounder and passer this game. Scotty Barnes, monster performance. 25 and 14 off of 60% shooting. He made the All-Star team this year, and he's showing why. Really good passing, and he could also defend on all four levels of the goddamn floor. He plays at the rim especially, but he can rip on the perimeter. He jumps on the loose balls. He's great. 13 out of Emmanuel Quickley. He shot 50% from three. He's really just the facilitator for this team. And then you get 17 off the bench for Mamu. Mamu has had a great season shooting 67, 60 splits. You get 10 and 10 for Trace Jackson Davis. I think that's one of their newer pickups. He shot 50%. He was great. So I guess the other game we could talk about that I feel like talking about here is Clippers and the Timberwolves. And I know they have like the full-on highlights. We're not going to do that. I don't really have time for that. I still have to cover the NFL and pack up for the road tomorrow. But Kawhi Leonard scores 41 points, helps the Clippers beat the slumping Timberwolves. I don't really think there's anything to worry about for Minnesota, though. I still think they're firmly in the contender spot. And I know the Clippers, and with the Clippers, I guess you could say they're really trying to get over the hump. They're struggling on the road, and wins like this are helping improve that against a contender. So yeah, incredible scoring, incredible rebounding for Kawhi Leonard. They won by 19. They get a really big-time victory. This was a really good game. Yeah, Kawhi was great on the offensive end. Big-time win. Dunn and Julius Randle got into it. I mean, it's basketball. What do you expect? It can get physical. Crazy poster for Anthony Edwards, and I feel like it's been a while since I've talked about Anthony Edwards throwing down posters, but would you look at that? Fun stuff. We'll get into the quick highlights here, talk about the box score, and then I am out of here.
Why
I gotta
are homeowners
still
so
pack my
stressed?
bags and whatnot.
Breakdowns are expensive.
I'm gonna bring my vinyl
Luckily,
so I can put it
AHS
on
can
the
protect
wall.
items you
I don't
use
know if
every
I have
day,
thumb
no matter how
tags.
old they are.
I'll probably put it on the wall because
American
it's
Home
ASAP
Shield.
Rocky,
Sign up today
and
at
it's the first new
ahs.com.
release of the year I bought.
By Jones.
I'll probably bring my graduation bears
Clippers defense. Really good so
Keep
far
those in the
early,
store.
and followed by Spurs
I didn't even
Lakers
show
from
them
on
the
these
scoreboard.
games.
What the
Please
fuck
go
am
to
I watching?
NBA.com
Anthony Edwards.
or follow the NBA as
He's
Edwards takes
just a
flight.
majestic human being.
Read it perfectly.
So yeah, and NFL is over, so now we can kind of put our full sights on the NBA. Now, obviously, I'll be watching movies and TV shows and stuff in between basketball, but like when I'm editing and like if I'm chilling with the roommates in the room, we're gonna be watching some basketball, baby.
One-on-one against
Watched a little bit of the Olympics. The Olympics is really, oh my god. Brooke Lopez added him to the body, had a body bag there. Look at Kawhi. Why is the scoreboard gone, bro? They showed the highlights without the fucking scoreboard.
An imposing 25-point deficit.
Alright, look at Nas. Good fucking pass.
Pass out to
That's
D'Souza.
Ayu.
How did it get
Io.
there?
They haven't really
D'Souza
been
catches
super
that.
successful
Big
ever
time
since they picked him up, but
performance.
the trade deadline is very exciting for this reason. You know, players being on new teams. It's really fun. Shout out to Kawhi for having a great performance tonight.
For Kawhi Leonard.
Putting on a goddamn show, eh? Stop, bruh. Damn. Okay. Box score, watching time. Yeah, 41 for Kawhi. He played incredible. Really good at rebounding. He was phenomenal on the perimeter defensively as well. You get 15 for John Collins. He was great. He shot 67%, made all three of his three-pointers. It was a lot of Kawhi, but you also get 15 for Yannick Conan Niederhauser off the bench, who's kind of a young prospect. I think he's from Germany. I want to say he's from Germany. Niederhauser sounds German. Well, he went to Penn State, but he was born somewhere else. Oh, well, I can't remember. I'm not going to be able to go back. But he was really good this game. Clippers are trying to put it together, trying to kind of make a comeback for the year. They have plenty of time to, but yeah, 15. He made all 5 of his shots. He was a hell of a rebounder for this team. And you get 10 out of Kobe Sanders, who shot 60-50 splits, so that's fun. You look at the Timberwolves, 17 points for Julius Randle. I know he struggled shooting the ball, but he was a very good rebounder for this team. 10 points for Rudy Gobert. A lot of turnovers, which is strange, but whatever. He's a great rebounder. You get 23 for Anthony Edwards. Definitely struggled scoring. Definitely had a lot of turnovers, but he's also just a really good two-way player for this team. You get 11 off the bench for Ayo Dosunmu, who's kind of their new pickup. He didn't shoot the greatest inside, but he's a solid three-point shooter. Another really good defender for this team. 10 points for Bones Highland. He's had a really good stretch of games. He shot 50-40. Dante DiVincenzo, I mean, what the hell has he been doing? Absolutely empty 24 minutes of play. Like, I don't know. We talked about, I mean, Ayo Dosunmu got some good minutes, but give Bones Highland some more minutes. You have Julian Phillips. You have Joan Behringer. You have Naz Reid. You have Jalen Clark. Like, Naz Reid, great rebounder, better scorer so far. I don't know. They have a lot of pieces, and it was just a really bad outing for Dante DiVincenzo. Not really a whole lot of redeeming qualities with his game here. But February, yeah, Dante definitely struggled. They need to experiment more on the bench when they see a guy like that struggling. February 9th games. I really like what Charlotte is doing, but they are playing basically a championship favorite in the Detroit Pistons. They are going to lose that game. The Bulls are trying to kind of get over the hump, so they should get an easy must-win game against a lottery team like the Nets. Miami gets a pretty easy game against a lottery team like Utah. They're taking that down. I think Orlando should be able to beat Milwaukee. I think Minnesota's going to dominate Atlanta. I know they've lost some pretty concerning games lately, and I know the Hawks are desperate to get over the hump, but I think this is the game for Minnesota to win. I mean, Sacramento's basically locked in for the number 1 pick, so I think this is a game where New Orleans could win, really. They should be able to win that. I don't know. Really good game incoming with Cleveland and Denver playing against each other. Obviously, not a lot of games today for the Super Bowl, so you see it. Memphis is going to be tanking. I think Golden State's going to kind of get themselves comfortably above 500 with a win like that. OKC, I think in a somewhat close game, they take down LA. I know they've been slumping. Philadelphia should be able to take down Portland to get themselves closer to kind of the contention talks. And again, Portland, another team looking to get over the hump. We'll have to see what goes on there. But I'm out. I gotta talk some NFL here for a little bit, and then I gotta pack up, and then I'm getting the hell out of here tomorrow morning. Going back to school. Tomorrow I literally just have to meet for like 20 minutes with my senior design group. I have like a little bit of a lab report to kind of work on, so there's that. That's it. I'm going to be working on this NFL recap all day tomorrow, so maybe you'll get that video tomorrow. Maybe you'll get 3 videos in a row from you, boy.